Hello, and thank you for joining us again for another issue of Pop Culture News and Reviews. This is issue 20.
The big 2-0.
Flying through it. My name's
2-0.
Anthony. I'm joined again by Sevi. Sevi, how you going, man? And what are you watching?
Mate, I am great, and I watched Greyhound
Greyhound.
with Tom Hanks.
All right, so you threw a post into our little page. If people are following along, they would have known you watched this because...
Yep.
Oh, a little bit of an insight into the world of Sevi came across our page.
That's it.
Mate, did you do this? I just want to know, did you do this while you were watching it or after you watched it?
Well,
So you were that into it. You went,
I really enjoyed
everyone should watch this.
it. I really enjoyed it. It was
Wow.
a really good movie.
So that gripped you.
Really good movie.
Jeez. All right, well,
And it's one of the ones. It's one of the ones through Apple TV.
yeah, well, they're getting a bit of stuff now, aren't
so
they?
they're starting to put stuff out there.
Yeah, they got a bit from that Morning Wars. They jumped off from that. I didn't watch it, but they had like... It was a movie. It was a show called Morning Wars. That was the first one they did, and it had Steve Carell, I think Jennifer Aniston. It had a decent cast.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, Greyhound, what's it about? Tell us.
It's set World War II. It's about a naval destroyer who is basically overwatch of a fleet of soldiers and cargo-esque ships taking supply ships.
Safe
Yeah.
passage to the war.
And they come up against, they're crossing the Pacific. I'm pretty sure it's the Pacific. And
It's a specific ocean.
yeah, yes, it's a large body of water. Let's go that way. It's not a lake, but they come across U-boats, the German U-boats.
Look, I saw the trailer for this. It looks pretty intense.
It gets nuts.
Yeah.
And because of the fact that they say, it's not a spoiler because you see it in the trailer, that the captain of this destroyer, it's his first time crossing.
And this is Tom Hanks?
And Tom Hanks, yeah. It's also, he did the screenplay for it too.
Right.
Which
and
is
then
cool.
You count as pirates, right? Is that a different movie?
What?
I'm the captain now.
Oh, he was the captain the whole time. His boat never got taken over. He was the captain the whole time.
So it went better than that or worse?
Better, a lot better. He did it for a guy whose first trip. He did really well, really well against the U-boats.
So written, obviously, screenplay by Tom Hanks.
Screenplay by
Tom
Tom
Hanks.
Hanks.
Directed by Tom Hanks?
No, directed by Aaron Schneider.
Aaron Schneider.
Fairly unknown, but it's also based on a novel
Oh, right. So
called The Good Shepherd.
based on a novel by a true story, or did this actually happen? Do we know?
I'm not sure,
Who else is
to
in
be
this?
honest. Who else is in it? We got...
Anyone we know?
There's people in it that you'll go, hey, I know that person.
Oh, I know that face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Tom Hanks is the big one,
Yeah.
but there's a lot
Tom
of...
Hanks is like, I want to be the big one and I want to be surrounded by people who you think you know.
Yeah, but that's basically it, and that's who it is.
But the poster is me.
Yeah. Well, the poster is him.
Yeah, it would be.
Like I'll get it up for you right now. That's the poster.
Oh, yeah, it looks good.
There's more Tom Hanks on the poster than there is Naval Destroyer.
So we're talking now. As I said, I saw this trailer. You've seen the movie.
Yep.
But this is Apple TV. Dude, this didn't look like a. This looks big budget.
It's decent.
Wow.
It's decent. And not only that, like the cool thing about it is these guys didn't have air support because it's back in the times where it would take a few days to cross. So the planes couldn't be sitting there the whole time because they're running out of fuel.
Yeah.
So that's basically they come as far as they can, then they turn around and then they meet air support on the other side to pick it up. So in that middle bit is where all the U-boats were hanging out because they're like, well, they've got no air support, so they're not going to see us. So it's all sonar and just, it got hectic.
Yeah, it gets intense.
And everyone should go watch it. It's really good. So what have you been watching?
Well, Arrested Development,
Yes.
which I was watching a bit last week because I said I was going to go back and watch it.
Yep.
So, I mean, like I said, I didn't watch or I might have watched season 4. I don't remember. But now that I'm watching it, I realize that I definitely didn't pay attention to season 4 if I did watch it. But the gap between is amazing.
Didn't we do that with another show?
Yeah, Daredevil.
That turned out to be amazing though. Like,
did.
How did we not watch that?
Well, I'm really enjoying season 4 of Arrested Development because from watching it, I think in sync of, watching the first 3. And the first 3 are, I'm not going to say legendary, but they're up there. Like, they're very well written. There's jokes in there that just carry on through.
Yeah.
And are still funny now when you rewatch it.
Yep.
So the weird thing is that there was such a break between the series getting cancelled, I think from NBC, and then getting picked up by Netflix is something like between 6 to 8 years gap.
That's out of control.
It's huge. And instead of doing a time jump, they've just picked up from where the series left off. I literally did another scene in that exact same spot.
So you've basically got a decade in between filming and they're going, people still look exactly the same. Let's go.
Yeah. Well, half a decade. Close to it. I think, 6 to 8. Yeah, close to a decade.
Yeah,
Jeez.
yeah well, I was just rolling by year 8.
Yeah, you went
Year
for
8,
it.
so.
It's huge. But yeah, so the big ones are the kids. So Michael Cera
Yep.
his nose has just kept growing.
Poor bloke.
He's lost his baby fat.
What is he doing these days anyway?
Look, I don't think he's good looking enough to be an actor anymore. I really think that's the problem.
That's a bit harsh.
The dude is scary looking now.
Well, just give him the whole what's it? Gee, blank mind. Who does all the CGI stuff for Golem?
Yeah, Andy Serkis.
There you go.
Yeah.
Just put him in CGI over
Yeah,
them.
no worries. Well, even when he was acting though, do you remember like there was that joke going around saying that Michael Cera never really wanted to be an actor. He just wandered onto a soundstage one day and wasn't brave enough to tell people he was in the wrong place.
It works.
Because that's how he acts. But yeah, so the funny thing is that he rocks in, like they literally do a scene. So the last season finished, like season 3 finished with a boat capsizing and they're all washed up in kind of the Coast Guard place.
Yep.
Right. So they're all in towels and stuff. And that's how season 3 finished.
Yep.
And season 4 was literally picked up with scenes shot in that exact same room, but with the actors 6 years later.
Oh, wow.
So he walks in and Job goes to confront him and goes, wow, this whole ordeal looks like it really aged you. Like it is so good. And Maybe's obviously aged as well. Like there's Portia de Rossi is aged not incredibly well. I probably should have looked up whether she actually had some kind of, it looks like she's, I don't know, the big C or something like.
Yep.
Always in wigs, very gaunt.
Yep.
But incredible acting still. Like she's hilarious.
She's a very good actress.
Oh man, she's so funny. They all are though. Like Jason,
I feel like she's very underrated too.
she's Australian, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, married to Alan.
Yeah.
Are they married?
I think so.
they're married.
Yeah, probably would be.
We'll say they're married.
Yeah. If they're not,
Get married.
we're sorry I missed your wedding.
Sorted out. Where's the invite?
But Jason Bateman, Will Arnett, really funny. You know Will Arnett.
Oh, everyone knows Will Arnett. It's
Yeah.
Batman.
Batman. I only work in shades of grey and dark black. He's hilarious, but they all are. And it's, I don't know, season 4, man, it's really funny. But they've gone like really weird with where they've taken it. So it's, the way they've gone is that the first 3 seasons and the narrator at the start would say, this is the story about a family and the guy trying to keep them together.
Yep.
Season 4 goes, this is a story about a family and what happens when the guy who was keeping them together walks away
Oh, Roger.
and what brings them all back. So it's literally the start of it is Michael walking in and says, I'm done with the whole family. I'm done with you all. I'm going. And then it's how they all survive on their own. And the way each episode's done is it's done from the viewpoint of each character.
Yep.
So they'll say, this is what's happened to, say, George Michael for the past 5 years.
Yep.
This is what, so they are doing a time jump, but they didn't start with time jump. And then they're doing a time jump of what he's been doing in the 5 years. And it shows how his character has crossed with the other family members without you realizing until
Yeah.
you get to about 3 episodes down the line where you're like, oh, that was, George Michael in that room that they didn't know about.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
You know?
Yep.
But I don't know. It's well written. It's good. I'm enjoying it. I'm looking forward to season 5. I'm moving forward through it. Ron Howard, who's the narrator and I think a director through a lot of this. Or at least
Ron Howard.
The Ron Howard from
The
Happy
Ron
Days. He's the narrator for the show. He's actually in season 4 as Ron Howard. And it's really weird how they've done it. It's really meta. It's funny.
Does he have the same voice?
Yeah.
Is he narrating in this?
There's
like
a
the
time
narrator's
where
voice and the
they do a flashback of a previous episode of what Ron Howard has told Michael. And while he's saying it, the narrator is reminding everyone what he said and they're saying it at the same time. It's really funny, man. Anyway, it's good. It's good. I'm probably behind the 8 ball here anyway, but if you didn't give season 4 a go for whatever reason and you did like Arrested Development, get on it. It's decent.
Yeah, fair enough.
Anyway,
Everyone watch it.
yeah, let's jump into our news. We do have a fair amount of it. And look,
We do have a little bit today.
we are
quite a
trying to
bit.
get a bit of structure to what we're doing now. We're trying to get a bit more professional. We have a whiteboard.
We do have a whiteboard. We
have-
have post-production. No, pre-production.
Pre-production. Yeah,
Post-produ-
no,
that'd be
post-production is
awkward.
what I do when you leave. So we've got TV, movies, games, and miscellaneous. We've got headings. We're going to try and stick to them. Knowing us, we'll tangent all over the place. But this is to try and keep our tangents a little bit more in line.
Yes.
Because sometimes we tangent.
We get lost.
We're tangenting right now. So we're
But
going to
it's
jump
great.
into it. Look.
But I'm going to say, I'm going to throw a curveball at you straight away. We're not starting with TV.
Well, this
we
is,
would.
Why would we follow the pre-production notes? I mean,
We will follow the dot points, but we will not follow the structure.
Well, then I'm going to jump straight to it too. Miscellaneous.
Let's do it.
Cinemas closed in the US till 2021. Now, this isn't official.
What do you want me to say?
This might happen, but the issue here is that this is going to stop them releasing movies. It's going to push back release dates.
The whole world is going to suffer because
the US
America
is scared to wear
doesn't know.
masks.
They just don't know how to stay away from each other.
Oh, my God.
Like, stop your protests for now. Do them, but just don't do them now.
Oh, no. Well, most of them are still thinking it's a hoax and it's a scam and the virus isn't real. And, oh, man.
It's 100% real. It's just a matter of where it came from.
Yeah.
Is where the conspiracy lays. But
oh, look, what, 5G towers? Yeah.
Ew.
Anyways, so cinemas closed till 2021. This obviously means that a lot of production also in the US is actually leaving the US from what I'm seeing. So we'll get on
Didn't
this
they
later.
already start to do it? Isn't Georgia in the US like one of the only places where it stays now?
Atlanta, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, there are still stuff shot on sound stages in LA.
Oh, yeah.
Major studios.
Or just bring it to Australia.
Yeah, come to Perth.
Don't even come to Perth. Like, you got...
No. Come to the most isolated city in the world. You'll be safe.
Well...
Quarantine for 14 days.
And just leave
you'll
your
be
stuff
right.
at home. But,
Yeah.
I mean, even Queensland, because you've got...
You got a movie studio right
You've
there.
got... It's
Yeah.
like...
Well, they shot Aquaman there, didn't
Yeah.
they? Yeah.
That was all shot there.
Yeah. And Ragnarok?
Yes. Yes.
Mate,
that wasn't shot in the same place, though.
No, but it was shot in Queensland, on the Gold Coast.
Yeah, it was still up there, but it wasn't,
Yeah, well, that's because they used on-location filming a lot for Ragnarok.
We have good beaches.
Well, they went and built a giant trash place to represent Sakar.
They could have just filmed that in Melbourne. Would have been fine.
Well, that's the one place in Australia they couldn't go to film right now.
Yeah.
Because what do we say? Victoria is the US of Australia.
It's the Florida.
Oh, jeez. All right, come on, guys. Get your act together.
Please sort it out because you're making movie stuff and
You're making us wait for stuff.
it's depressing. We want the movies and we want them now.
Look, speaking of depressing, let's just jump onto the depressing news. We had a couple of big celebrity deaths this week.
It's been a sad week. It really has. We've lost big names here.
All right, look, I'm gonna, and now this might not be the biggest of the names, but Grant Imahara.
Well, for me that is the biggest. That's
is
the name that stands out for me the most.
The people who aren't aware, this is Grant from MythBusters.
Yep,
was also in Star Trek Continues, the web series.
He was only 49. I'm pretty sure.
So I was actually lucky enough to meet Grant at Supernova one year when I was there interviewing Katie Cassidy, Manu Bennett.
Yeah, Roger.
And this was funny. I was just standing there waiting, and while I was waiting, I got to talk to more people than I did get permission to interview.
Yep.
So you're standing at all the interviews are done just behind the signing bench, the signing tables, but you got to wait for them to finish and then come out with their handlers to talk to them.
Yep.
So while you're waiting there, there's these minor celebrities just sitting there waiting for people to come sign autographs who it's their time slot, but no one's coming because the 6 people who want their autographs have already got them for the day.
Yeah.
You know? So in that time, I was sitting there watching Michael Rosenbaum chat to the dude from Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh,
John Heder.
Yeah. Yes.
They were talking about learning Japanese and trying to teach each other writing. It was really weird.
Calligraphy.
That happen go on. Yeah. So I was talking to them while they were doing that.
That's what it's called, isn't it? It's calligraphy.
Calligraphy is just writing fancy.
Oh.
I don't know if it's specifically Japanese lettering. But
I don't know. That cool painting though.
As they're doing that, Graham O'Hara comes up and just starts helping them.
Yeah.
And that was just the weirdest collection of people. And I was like, I really wish I could take a photo, record this, like have some kind of proof that I'm in this conversation
Why didn't you
with these
take a
people.
photo?
Because you're not allowed to. You can't take photos in there.
Oh, okay.
It's their job to get paid to take photos.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't even get a photo because Katie Cassidy was the first person I ever interviewed.
Yep.
And she gave me like a signed thing to say congratulations, blah, blah, blah. But I couldn't take a photo with her because we didn't have permission to do that. We were an online blog.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, it was really weird. But look, that's going down the rabbit hole. But look, Graham Era from Mythbusters, like we said, he's done a lot of VFX work as well. And unfortunately, he seems to have worked on all the worst sequels of things.
It's a little bit sad.
Like
looking at his catalogue.
So he did Lost World from Jurassic Park.
Yay.
He did Matrix Reloaded.
Yay.
And he did Star Wars Episode 1.
Yay.
Oh, Grant, you were a franchise killer, mate.
He-
Sorry. But not killer, they recovered from it. But look, that's a big RIP to Grant there. We're going to miss him from
that's
Mythbusters.
massive.
He was great. So Kelly Preston.
Yeah.
So look, it'd be a disservice to call her Mrs. Travolta because she did have a career of her own.
Yep.
So she was in Jerry Maguire with Tom Cruise.
Yep.
She was in Twins
With Arnold.
Arnie. Now this is the funny thing because this has really made me feel old.
You are old.
I know, but
You're not that old.
There's
but you are
times
old.
where it makes you feel old because I was watching people do like little tributes for her online.
Yep.
You know how they come up and everyone's like, they're calling her the mum. Everyone's like, oh, this was the mum of my generation.
Yeah.
Now in Jerry Maguire and Twins, she was hot.
Yeah.
She was like the hot leading lady.
Yes.
You know, well, not leading lady in Jerry Maguire. She was like the girlfriend who dumps him.
Yeah.
Kind of thing, but still, she was hot. She's not saying she wasn't hot as a mum, but the next generation, she was getting roles as she was the mum in Sky High.
Yep.
She was the mum in The Cat in the Hat.
Yep.
She's been the mum in all these different movies, and everyone's like, oh yes, that's our mum.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just weird that like people have these different connections to the characters as they go through, kind of thing. But look, Kelly Preston will always be from Jerry Maguire for me. I think that's the one that sticks out
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah, for sure.
Apparently she was in Battlefield Earth as well with John Travolta. That movie was awful.
Yeah, well, their thoughts go out to John and the rest of the family.
Oh, definitely. Look, that guy's had it hard.
Mm.
Was it Son first?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Anyway, so that was, I think, Cancer. That did that one.
Yep.
And the last one.
It was breast cancer.
Yeah,
Pretty
the
sure.
last one we've got here. So we had a 49. Kerry Preston, I think, was in her 50s.
And we got a young one.
Naya Riviera. So if people who don't know her, she was Santana in Glee.
In Glee, yep.
So this one's devastating. So out on a boat
From the stories that are coming out,
with her 4-year-old son,
yeah,
and only had enough strength in the water to lift him into the boat and then drown.
she was apparently the lake had a lot of currents under the surface, and they reckon that she managed to get back to the boat, lift him up, and then she disappeared.
This is heartbreaking.
So in a way, she died a hero.
Oh yeah, but my God, because all they did is they found him in the boat. So this is a 4-year-old, like, and this is the thing, like, my son's 4.
Yeah,
So I'm looking at this dude being like, man, imagine being in a boat alone after seeing your parent go under.
yeah, and not come up. Imagine what was going through the kid's head.
Exactly. Like that's gonna stay in your head for a while.
Yeah, but granted, he is young, so it might disappear. Like he might
Yeah.
remember bits of it, but
Oh,
not.
man.
Let's hope it
Oh, for his sake, let's hope so.
it goes away. But
You know, but then at the same time, you want to hope he's got some memories of his mum.
yeah,
know?
and that too.
But
I think he's lucky in that way that he will, because he's got his mum on screen to watch.
yeah,
He will always be able to watch what she's left behind,
that's fair.
and a lot of kids don't get that.
And also, like, look, a show like Glee, it's not 100% our cup of tea.
And she could sing.
but
she
you
had a
get to
lovely
see-
voice.
You get to see your mum perform.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's not just acting; it's
No,
singing, emotioning,
Yep.
emotive. You know, it's anyway. Look, guys, we're going to get off the sad topics, I reckon, but
we're going to stick with the miscellaneous stuff.
bit of sad news this week. It's not that great. Yeah. So more with miscellaneous stuff. Comic books. Let's talk comic books for a second. Now we are a comic book show, but it's stuff that spins out of comic books usually that we go.
Yeah,
with.
usually, yeah.
And what we've noticed here is that
Now, just a little insight. Anthony, between us, is the big comic book reader.
Yeah.
I, not so much. I'm movies, TV.
yeah. Well,
Anthony
I mean,
does
you
the
only
books.
just learned to read, so
Yes,
it's,
I look at moving pictures. It's easier.
yeah. Don't ask me to watch anything with subtitles. It just won't do it.
I won't do it. You give me a headache. On that, subtitles, it always draw, like you have your TV with subtitles on.
Yeah.
And it really annoys me because I'm reading what they're saying and not watching what they're doing. And it's like, I
Well,
can't
what's
do both.
annoying is watching it with Seb. He's sounding out the words as we go.
Oh no. Oh, Pause. Rewind.
Yeah, I missed that. But yeah, no.
It said boat.
Yeah, no. The only time the subtitles annoy me on our TV, I turn them off for the footy because they're delayed and they're across the top for some reason.
Well, that's awkward.
It's like right in the middle of the action. You're like, what is going on? But anyway,
TV sorted out.
Yeah, look, I've got to clarify here. The only reason I have the subtitles on is because usually we've got a sleeping child.
Yes.
In the room.
Yes.
So you just gotten used to watching with subtitles, which was interesting because we were watching Game of Thrones back in the day with another sleeping child in the room. And the subtitles gave us like a lot more
insight.
Yeah.
Is that the word?
Yeah. There were times where things were happening, and certain movies have done it too, where like I watched Wall-E with the subtitles on, obviously because of the kid. The subtitles are just on. And I didn't realize.
I think we've touched on this
before.
Yeah,
the robots were actually talking to each other and saying things. I was like, oh, wow, those are words. Anyway, I thought they could just say Wally, Eva. Anyway, back to the news, which is we've got a Watchmen spinoff coming for the comics.
Yes, for Rorschach.
So they're going to do a Rorschach comic.
Yes.
Based on, they're saying it's going to be set about 35 years after Watchmen.
Well, see, now, this is what annoys me a little bit because he died.
So it's going to be someone inspired by him, obviously.
Well, no, because what I'm thinking is it's based off his journals.
Yeah, that'd be fair.
Which is what I was I was so hoping that they were going to do with the TV show.
But also remember, he didn't just die.
No, he
got unmade.
Yes.
You know? So there's even the chance that...
But what Manhattan didn't realise is that his journal had been sent to the press.
Yeah.
So that was kind of cool. And I was hoping that they were going to touch a lot more on Rorschach in...
They did touch on a little bit. And they had the tribute to him in...
They set him up as a bloody... in the show, they used
like
his
a
masters.
villain. Yeah.
Terrorists. It's like, no, you're not doing him right.
No. See, I loved that. Because so often... these terrorist organizations, blah, 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 like not real terrorist organizations, but I want to say people who find a symbol and run with it.
Basically racists.
And miss the point.
That's what it was in.
But a lot of the time they miss the point of it. And you're like, the person you're rallying behind isn't the symbol that you think it is. Even the Nazi symbol was taken from a Buddhist temple.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
You know, and I think
it was slightly turned on it because the Buddhist one is straight up and down, and then the Nazi one was turned on its side, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's something along those lines, or it's back to the front
back.
or something.
Yeah, there's something slightly different.
But it's to the point where...
which is sad.
But that's what I loved in that. It's that, they've taken his character and probably destroyed its memory, but it happens so often. It's a great reflection on society.
That's a fair point. And there's another thing that Watchmen TV show hit on just quickly is the whole...
cops wearing masks.
Yeah, it sort of predicted the future a little bit, didn't it?
Yeah, because now they're doing it.
Yeah, putting out their badge numbers so you can't see it and because they don't want to be followed home. It's like, what did you just predict here?
Oh,
Have we got another Matt Groening in the...
Well, it's life imitating art, isn't it?
Yeah, it's scary.
Oh, it's amazing how it happens. But so we're back to it. It's a Watchmen comic book, but what we're saying is that these comics usually do spin into TV shows.
We're hoping.
This would be an amazing TV show.
Because the TV show that they did give us was good.
Oh, so good. But the fact is they didn't leave themselves anywhere to go.
No.
With it.
Well,
yeah, no.
I don't want them to keep going with where they went.
I don't think I was interested in where it was going.
I don't care enough.
No. But what they did was incredible.
Yes.
So if you can get that same team.
Except for the last episode. The last episode was like, the cliffhanger they left, it was like,
don't really care.
No, I don't care.
Yeah.
Not too much.
But look, that's
but everything that happened in it was good. Let's put it that way.
Oh yeah, and the action and the storytelling and
Ozymandias was awesome.
Episodes were so good. Yeah, look, if you haven't seen Watchmen, go and watch it. But look, if we get,
we are excited for Rorschach spinoff would be nice.
Yeah, look,
I would like to see that mask again. It was very similar to the
Looking Glasses.
Yeah, Looking Glasses mask. That was cool.
I'm gonna read this one.
Yeah,
definitely. Yeah,
well, let us know how it is.
We'll do. My issue is that I hate waiting each month, especially for stuff like this, because lately with coronavirus as well, you read one and then it's 3 months till the next one comes out instead of monthly.
Yep.
And if the artists aren't under any pressure to put it out either, they just do it at their leisure. And you can go like...
You would think comic books would be a little bit more.
Deadliney.
Well, not deadliney, but you would think that there would be more of them now because people are sitting at home with not a lot to do.
Yeah, their problem was that the whole printing
Yeah, that's
and shipping and everything like that. That's where it fell. So they just shut everything down. All right. Well, look, man, we're going to jump away from miscellaneous.
Let's get into the TV.
All right. So first up, we've got news of a Batman TV show about Gotham set in the world of Matt Reeves' Batman.
Yay.
Do we care?
No.
Cool.
I won't watch it. It won't matter because
I feel like it's going to do the whole, you just missed Patterson. He was just here.
or you're going to see things on the news about it. Oh, Bruce Wayne's done this. Bruce Wayne's done that. It's like, yeah, cool. How about you show us Bruce Wayne?
See,
because he won't be in it. I guarantee it.
I didn't watch Gotham, the TV series.
I watched the first. I did the thing. I gave it 5 episodes. And I'm like, this is lame.
Now this is my
this
reason
has a cult following
for
too.
not watching it, and I don't want to upset people here, but this is what my theory was. I thought I don't care about Gotham without Bruce Wayne, without Batman. Gotham is where Batman is for me.
Yes.
Now, from what I saw from that show, they then started bringing in villains and characters from Batman.
Yes, they did.
Because you have to, because that's the only way you care about Gotham. It's not the city you care about.
And I'm not going to lie. The Batman the Bat Boy that they ended up with, the costume looked horrendous.
Oh, God.
It was so bad. And it was like, they're doing storylines which it's just like, okay, I can get it, alternate universe, whatever.
Yeah, and
Sweet.
then, I mean, the actor that was playing the Joker looked really good.
He was good because that's what's his name?
I want to say Jerome, but I think it might actually be.
That was his name in the show, but he was in Shameless.
Yeah, and then they
Is it
did
Liam
like,
Gallagher.
I think so.
Or
they
it
did
might
like
say
the
his
whole
name in the show. I don't know something.
Bat in the Family cut his face off
Yeah,
thing, and they went big with it by the looks of it. But once again,
and then they had multiple Jokers. Like it was like
his brother
that was
or
his
something.
twin brother. That was a cool little spin on it.
They went very CW with it, but this is the problem for me. It's that you can't, in my opinion, have Gotham without the Batman characters because that's what makes Gotham.
You just need Batman.
Because if you're watching just a regular mafia, like this is why this town is awful, I could watch that with anything.
No one wants a Law and Order Gotham.
No, you want Batman
that's what it's gonna
showing
be.
up and cracking skulls and then saying sorry. Look,
Not even saying sorry.
it's
Shouldn't have been there.
Sorry about your skull. Oh man, look, I want to jump off this one.
Not looking forward to it,
Something I am looking forward to. Lucifer dropped its trailer for season 5.
mate.
Did they show too much?
Yes, I was just about to say the same thing. They've
Man.
given way too. It's like you've just shown the whole show,
But
in
also,
a trailer.
like, this is only for part 1.
Is it?
I mean,
Is it?
I don't know. I feel like maybe that fight scene between the two of them.
You know what's going to suck though is now for anyone who hasn't, you're going to get spoilers for the trailer. I mean,
Yeah.
is that even a thing? Spoilers
Look,
for a trailer?
we'll
Don't
put the
care.
trailer up on our page
Yes,
just in case.
we'll share it. But anyway, if you haven't seen it, well, this is your fault.
So season 4 finishes with
gonna
Lucifer going back to hell.
Yep. I'm going to throw a curveball at you here, though.
Yep.
Now, Lucifer shows back up in this, right?
Yeah.
But then it's given away in the trailer that it's not Lucifer, it's Michael.
Yep.
Is the end of this season going to be where Lucifer shows back up?
Well,
Because you see in the trailer that Lucifer and Michael end up having a fight off, and it's both Tom
Yeah.
Alice's character.
So look, that might be a thing of
is that the season?
that could be the season.
The season finale. Like you've legit just seen the whole first part of season 5.
Look, I hope not. I really hope not.
I guarantee you have.
Yeah.
I'm willing to put money on that.
Oh man.
That's what you're going to get, and then he's going to show up, and that's where it's going to end.
Yeah. Or you're going to see that fight and you don't know who wins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna get your whole week to week bad guy police thing where they're solving crimes and
and he's acting a little weird.
yeah. And then
it's strange.
it's sort of almost been very predictable. I hope they throw a curveball.
Oh,
I
I
really
really
do,
do,
but I
yeah.
don't think they're gonna.
And it would have been a cool curveball to get was that wasn't actually Lucifer.
You know, it would be. Yeah, that would have
Because
been
the
wicked.
thing he says at the start where he goes, look, time moves differently down there. I've been gone for thousands of years. I'm a different person now.
that made sense.
You'd believe that.
But then it should have been up to the audience to try and
Say, wait a
unravel it.
minute,
Hang
is
on,
that-
he's still.
yeah.
That's not what Lucifer would do. That is, but it isn't. But
Yeah.
you've just gone. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah,
Here's everything at once.
it does feel like a lot. I honestly, I do kind of wish I hadn't watched it.
They just skip foreplay.
Yeah, a little bit.
and just went straight to it. It's
I'm going to say this right now. I'm not going to watch any other trailers they do. I'm just going to wait for it.
Well, we probably shouldn't have watched that one.
Probably shouldn't have. We got hit hard, and we fell for it. All right, so over in the world of TV still, for Netflix, I believe, we have Mark Miller.
Yes.
And he has teased Jupiter
Now,
Legacy.
what did he do? Kick-Ass, wasn't it?
He did Kick-Ass, yes.
Kick-Ass, yes.
Well, he's a big comic book writer. He did a lot of Spider-Man
Roger.
early on, a lot of Avengers. I think he did some Defenders as well. Daredevil, a lot of Daredevil.
Yep.
He is... Oh, no. Am I confusing him with Frank Miller?
Maybe.
I'm really worried I am now.
Well, let's hope you're not.
Yeah. Anyway, so Jupiter Legacy is one of his projects he's working on that is going with Netflix, I believe. Do you have a synopsis for it there?
Netflix. Yep. Okay. The series tells the tale of multiple generations of superheroes, including the first that received their powers in the 1930s, and their superpowered children and grandchildren in the modern day that can't adapt to level of heroism expected of them. Now, we've got a decent cast from here.
Yeah.
We've got Josh Duhamel.
Is that what he's been doing?
Now,
Is
he's a family patriarch, Sheldon Sampson,
Mate, I see that.
aka
I see him as
the Utopian.
I see him as an old superhero.
Yes.
100% I buy that.
I hope they give him like a bit of a...
Some flashbacks to his earlier stuff.
No, I could see him as a Reed Richards.
Yeah.
With the grey down the side. Like I could see him playing Reed Richards.
Yeah, I don't know.
It all sort of when they
think
said he
he's
was
too-
the patriarch, I'm like, that's Reed.
I still think he's too jock-ish.
Too good looking.
A little bit.
You need someone who's a little bit more nerdier.
Someone you believe has spent the better half of their life in a lab.
Yeah, it's a fair point.
I believe
Are you saying, are you putting a statement out right now that nerds can't be good looking?
No, I'm putting a statement out that I think Josh Duhamel spent the better half of his life in the gym, not a lab.
Yeah, he's playing football.
You know what I mean?
He's a footy player.
Yeah. Could be a good thing.
We got Leslie Bibb.
Who's that?
Let me put me on the spot. I don't know. She's
Look,
someone.
I wasn't wrong. Mark Miller did The Ultimates, Marvel Knights, Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, Civil War, Kingsman, Kick-Ass.
So he's done a lot.
Yeah, and a lot for Marvel.
Why does Leslie Bibb ring a bell for me? Oh, that's right. Iron Man.
Elaborate.
The reporter.
Oh, righto. Yeah, okay.
I'm like, I know the name.
She actually did a whole series for Marvel.
And Law Abiding Citizen, one of the greatest movies ever made.
She actually did a whole series for Marvel as that reporter.
As she should. She was great.
Where they did little, between each couple of movies,
It's okay, though. Pepper took out the trash. It's
they
fine.
do a little news report where
Yep.
she's just pretty much doing the news of the Marvel Universe. It was really funny and really cool. And like, I think it was leading up to, she did a report on what Scott Lang did to end up in prison to start with. So how he crashed that car into that guy's pool, all that kind of stuff. Like she did a full news report on it. It was really good. And we looked that up. I think it was called WHT News or something.
Now, Mark Miller sent out a tweet saying FX team is busy on the right now. On that right now. English. I can't read. This show is like a big Marvel movie over 8 episodes, so a huge amount of post-production work. It's a wee while yet, but you'll love it.
Can I
And
just say,
that was to a question by Andrew M. Smith, brother, maybe.
yeah, I'm related to all the Smiths in the world.
Any Jupiter's Circle news trailer release date in 2021.
Film adaptations of Mark Miller's comics. So this is just a throw this out there. So if you see this, you think, I might want to watch this. Wanted? Kick-Ass.
I never got into Wanted. That's a bullet curving one, isn't it? Yeah.
Wanted, Kick-Ass,
Kick-Ass
Kick-Ass
was
2,
good. Kick-Ass 2 was
Kingsman,
good.
The Secret Service,
Great.
Fantastic Four.
Which one?
Well, Josh Trank, but yeah, I know. Captain America Civil War,
Hello.
Logan,
Well, hello.
Kingsman The Golden Circle, and The King's Man is also based on that, obviously.
Yes.
So I reckon that throws enough in there to say, look, maybe one of those wasn't as good.
I'm going to say Josh Hammer's going to make bank.
I'm just going to say, Wanted though, the cast in
That was huge.
James McAvoy.
Yes.
I watch him in anything, man.
Yes. Angelina Jolie.
I will watch her in anything.
When she was...
Yeah.
That was Tomb Raider around there.
Yeah.
Just after Tomb Raider.
Like I said, I'm going to watch Celestials. Definitely going to watch that. And not because I expect her to be hot. I expect it to be good. We're getting into a bit of a hole here. I like it. We're doing well. But yeah, so Miller wrote, I'm just going to go back there, Old Man Logan, which is what Logan was based off.
The greatest X-Men movie to date.
Could be one of the greatest Marvel movies you put up there. It was really good.
Yeah, I'd say that. You know what?
Oh, here we go.
I probably would. My top 3 would be...
And if you just go all Marvel.
All Marvel. Iron Man 1. Deadpool 1. Logan. They would be my top 3. And I'd say that with ease. And then you'd come into like Civil War and all those. But I reckon the top 3, and they're all, well, no, you've got the ending of 1. But then the first 2 are the starts of... So
even that, it was kind of, while it was an ending, they kind of just went from their own story.
Yeah.
You know? Look...
And it was the movie where we got to see Wolverine.
If we're getting into this, though, I've always got a soft spot for Winter Soldier. Because I was a big fan of...
Is it in your top 3, though? Does it beat those 3?
I don't know.
And I'm gonna say no, it doesn't.
It's really hard to rank.
Well, Iron Man 1 is the GOAT.
Yeah.
The GOAT Marvel movie. See, and no, because I just remembered one that I forgot about. I forgot about Blade. I overstepped it.
Some MF's always ice skating uphill. Yeah. Look.
Blade 1 and Blade 2 was very good because that was Del Toro, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Guillermo Del Toro did that, so that was very off the wall and crazy.
And it
had Ron Perlman in it.
Did. Yes. That was good.
But Blade 1 was Steven Dorff. That was
really good.
Wicked, that movie.
Yeah.
That would probably be 4, actually. I really liked that as a kid.
Dude, you could be here all day, man.
I could.
It's really hard to do. I kind of refuse to, if I'm honest. I just say I really love those movies. Look, speaking of Winter Soldier, like I said, I'm a big Winter Soldier fan. Next bit of news
segue
is that Falcon and Winter Soldier is delayed still. And the reason we see this...
Did you not expect it?
Well, it's more that they said that, like an insider has said they only have 9 days worth of filming left. But the fact is they can't film.
Perth.
Come on, guys. There's a rumor that they're trying to get...
If you haven't guessed by now, we're based in Perth.
They're trying to get into the EU, apparently. But anyway. To
do a bit of... Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so who knows what's happening there? Who knows what's happening there? But the reason we found out this is delayed is because it was originally scheduled for August. And Disney has dropped its August release lineup, Disney Plus.
Yep.
And Falcon and Winter Soldier is nowhere to be seen on there. So it's not even that Marvel has said, or Disney, has said, this is delayed. It's that we've seen that it's just not coming out in August. So we don't know when it's going to be landing because I guess that's why they haven't done an official press release because that would be the next question.
Yeah.
And they don't know.
They've only got 9 days left of shooting. They've got to have enough for a trailer, don't they?
You'd think so.
When's Disney's 23 thing?
I think usually November.
Oh, that's a long way away. Damn.
Yeah, it's a little bit out there.
So hang on, let me get this right. It was supposed to be releasing in August, and we still haven't seen a trailer yet.
Yeah. No, we have seen a trailer, haven't we? No, it was a teaser.
It was bits of snap.
Yeah.
Like we haven't seen a story trailer yet.
Quick cuts. I just remember.
We did see Falcon throw on the shield.
Yeah, we saw.
Was cool.
Yeah, Falcon learning to throw a shield, getting stuck in a tree or something.
Yep.
Yeah, that looked good.
Now, if Cap threw it at a tree, would it still get stuck or would it bounce back? Because you would think that it would get stuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
How does it bounce off people if it gets stuck in a tree? Questions. These are questions that need answers.
Because Marvel's not R rated.
Corridor Crew did a good job of that, though.
Yeah.
We're slicing people in half with it. It still bounces back. It just goes through a person and bounces off the wall behind them.
Oh, man.
Which is what would happen.
Not
going to lie.
Look, we got some more stuff here, but we're going to stick on Marvel for a second because we got a little bit of a note today or yesterday. One of our biggest issues with Luke Cage.
Oh, Luke Cage, yes. Okay.
The TV series originally.
Yep.
And look, this ties in because Mahershala Ali is scheduled, slated, tied in to be Blade in the Marvel Universe, and we could not be more excited about that.
If there was anyone to do it, to take that mantle from Wesley Snipes, I couldn't. And even that, like,
it's that smile. You can see that smile.
But
with
when
the
they
face,
had rumored it, I'm like, there's no one that can do that. Like, there is no one that can take that from Wesley. And then they said him, and I'm like, oh damn, yous have done it.
Yeah,
you've nailed that. Like, that is perfect.
That announcement too, where he walked out and put on the hat. Oh, it was good.
Just getting to see him with the shaved head and the tats coming up. It's going to be wicked.
Amazing. But look, one of the biggest issues we have at Luke Cage was that he was such a good villain. Cottonmouth was amazing.
He was phenomenal. And it was all thanks to Mahershala Ali's acting. He is brilliant.
And they went all CW with it. The mid-season killed him. And then his sister Maria took over as the big bad.
Yay.
Now, we found out now the reason that happened is they only had Mahershala Ali signed on for 7 episodes. So this is
what I said to you before when you first told me about this. Okay, so they had him for 7. So why not have him the whole bad guy for the whole season, but have it so he's had his underlings do stuff to keep Luke Cage busy, but you don't see him. Like, you didn't need to see him. You could have even also, for the first 4 episodes of the season, not had him in it.
Look, this might even have been more. There might have been more to this contract than we know about. We didn't even know this contract.
Well,
existed.
we don't know anything about it, really, to be honest.
But this was...
We're just guessing.
The person who said this was the bloke who plays Luke Cage.
Yes.
So he's the one who came out and said, this is why. So that's...
Yeah, wow.
Look, that's pretty big. And that kind of puts a lot of that show into perspective. You know?
Yeah.
Because that was an issue that I had with that show. It's that... would have been even better if this happened, but I didn't understand their choices there, and to see that kind of...
That would have been so much better if he went to jail and he wasn't killed. So then you could get him back again.
Yeah.
Like, you legit just threw one of the best bad guys Marvel has created for their TV or movies.
Kingpin.
No, but what I mean is, like, for what we've seen.
Yeah.
Like, he's one of the better ones.
He's up there.
He was just cool.
That laugh. Oh, man.
Just a smile. You don't even need the laugh. Just his smile.
Like I said, I'm keen to see that smile with some fangs in it now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
And the laugh.
Look, I want to jump over the movies, man.
Movies?
Yeah, let's get into it. Because we're on Disney anyway. We're on Marvel.
You're segueing again. You're on fire.
Deadpool. Ryan Reynolds wants it.
He wants an
R rating for Disney.
Will Mickey let it... Will the sniper mouse let that happen?
I think yes.
I hope yes.
I think they will, because Feige has already signed off on it.
But now this is the hard part. Who has a massive love affair with Deadpool? Well, who does Deadpool love?
Oh, he loves Spidey.
Will that happen? Will you get a gritty Deadpool showing up and playing with the Spider-Man?
Now,
and it all depends on Venom.
See, I believe you can. And the reason you can is because Deadpool shows up in Spider-Man comics.
Yes, he does.
And Spider-Man comics aren't R-rated.
That's right. But
he plays to the tone of the world he sets into.
So you don't think he's going to chop a head off if he's hanging out with Spider-Man?
Look, he can. Right? They don't have to show it. They don't have to show it gritty.
But you need blood. You need blood. That's why the suit's red.
Look,
to hide the blood.
Right. So that's a point. But you can still have him do something horrific and have Spider-Man react to it and tell him, no, you cannot do that.
But then would Spider-Man have to wear the brown pants? Because he's going to see some stuff.
Freak the hell out of Tom Holland's Spider-Man.
He's going to see some stuff.
This is the other problem. I don't think Tom Holland's Spider-Man is ready for Daredevil. Deadpool, sorry. And I don't think that...
He's definitely ready for Daredevil. Let's roll with that.
Yeah,
he's definitely ready for that.
I don't believe that Ryan Reynolds could play nicely with Tom Holland's Spider-Man, because he is going to be throwing some serious sexual suggestions out there.
Oh.
Tom Holland's Spider-Man is not 21.
There's going to be some curve balls.
There is some
balls in capital.
There is some statutory level
Yes.
stuff that Deadpool it does in the comics and says in the comics, which is where I don't think they can play nicely together. So,
well, how old Spider-Man now in the MCU?
Well, he's still in high school.
Has he finished it yet? Will he be finished it yet?
I don't know. That would have been maybe his last year, 18.
Yeah, so it's still in America.
You know?
Film it in Australia. We're sorted.
Yeah, come on.
Bring it to Perth.
Yeah, come on. Come to Australia and let Deadpool sexualize Tom Holland. That's what you want. Yeah, that's what you want from a movie. No. Look, that's right there. I want to stay on stay on X-Men. Why not? We're at 20 years. 20 years since the first X-Men dropped.
Yeah.
My God, that's flown. That changed
I was 10.
the game. Absolutely changed the game. In a sense. I'm going to say in a sense. It's what gave Spider-Man, Raimi's Spider-Man, the green light. And what gave...
It's what didn't put the X-Men in costumes.
Yeah, this is the problem. But that's where they learned from it. They said, we're too scared to actually have our characters wear the costumes they have.
Can you imagine if 20 years ago they had just gone, you know what? Costumes.
Bang.
You'd have Wolverine and his big...
Yellow horns.
Oh,
yes. That's the one regret I have about Hugh Jackman hanging it up. We never got to see him fully Wolverined up.
No, we've seen him with hair pointed.
Yeah.
That was awkward.
That's strange. But look...
I mean, we did say the mutton chops and all that. That was cool.
But look, as much as we give Iron Man the credit for kickstarting the MCU and really getting there,
it was Blade.
It was X-Men. Because X-Men, Feige worked on X-Men.
So what happened? How did it all go downhill?
Feige left X-Men.
So Feige had X-Men, Feige left X-Men.
Yeah. So
thanks, Feige.
Yeah. So Feige started X-Men and then said, we can do this better. And went to do Iron Man.
Why didn't he stay and do it better?
Because he wasn't in charge of anything. He was like a second line person who's getting ignored constantly. This is what Hugh Jackman was saying. He credits Feige with so much.
So basically he took his toys and went home.
A little bit. He said he would go in, Feige would call him into his trailer. This sounds dodgy. They'd have little secret meetings where Feige was explaining.
Who had secret meetings?
Feige and Jackman.
Okay, yep.
About all of his past. He had comics all over the place. And he'd do this with all the characters. He'd bring them and say, this is who your character is.
Yeah.
And then they'd get on set and Bryan Singer would be like, no, ignore that. This is who your character is for the movie.
That's sad.
Yeah.
Talk about not going by your source material.
But this is Feige's biggest strength, is that he respects the source material and uses it.
He knows what people want.
They want what they've been buying for the last 65 years. Look.
Give him Justice League.
Sitting on X-Men, we're going to finish up with a bit of X-Men news still. New Mutants trailer got released.
Now, you showed me this before. I was never on board for this.
You haven't been because you don't understand what X-Men New Mutants is.
I'm still not fully on board for the whole lore behind it, I guess, is where I'm going. But I will watch the movie.
Right.
If that makes sense.
What do you mean lore?
Well, I'm not going to get into it.
Oh, okay, right. All you need to know is they're
I'll watch the movie
in an insane asylum.
Yes.
Trying to escape. But they're being held there by mutants.
Okay.
Or people who are scared of mutants using mutant powers.
Stryker?
A little bit.
Is he in it at all?
I don't know. I don't know who they're using the big bad guy for. But
he'd be a perfect big bad.
He would. But
a guy who doesn't have powers.
Yeah. This is where we're getting. This is what we're getting. That trailer though, those effects look good.
They look real. That's what put me on. I'm like, this looks good.
Those effects look like this movie's been ready for 2 years and they've just been fixing those effects.
That's what I was going to say. I was just about to say that. I'm like, how long have they been working on this? How long has this been going? Nah, it's not good enough. Nah, it's not good enough. Nearly.
What?
It's almost there.
There's still no release date on this movie. Yeah, okay, let's just keep fixing it. It looks great.
It does.
And the best thing about it is you've got characters who need it to look great. You know? You've got Magic, you've got Wolfsbane, you've got some amazing characters here that we're getting incredible information for. So, look, but Magic's the one we saw a lot of stuff for here, and they really, really went into it. Look, staying in comic book land, though, movies.
I'm going to switch it.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna leave it in. We're going
Jump
to
into DC. We've got Black Adam news.
We do.
Now, Adam Smasher has been cast.
Yep.
Noah.
That's in The Rock's.
Yep. What's his name?
Black
Noah's Centino.
Yes, Centino. I'd say that. Yes.
So this guy's done a lot of
Centino.
teen heartthrob rom-com stuff.
Yes.
He's a big guy. I think he's in that Netflix one from All the Boys I've Loved Before or something like that. I didn't watch it. I'm sorry.
I didn't. Yes.
But
I'm going to agree with you on that one.
He's in that kind of stuff. The person I want to highlight though is the director. So they've said who the director. You've got his name there, don't you?
I don't.
Oh man,
I will get it.
Jerome.
It's a French name. Yep. Yes.
Look, we're going to get to it now. It's the guy who did Non-Stop with Liam Neeson. He's done a lot of Liam Neeson stuff, actually.
Quick movies. Quick movies.
Quick cut action movies. The one that got me excited, though, is he did The Shallows with Blake Lively, that shark movie.
Yep. Jerome Colette Sierra.
There it is.
Is he French? That sounds French, but
it does.
Might not be.
Could be Canadian.
Spain,
righto. But these are the kind of movies he does. He hasn't done big budget. He's done big budget action, but he's very good at creating the tension, the horror.
Because now I'm flicking through his IMDb right now. He did House of Wax.
Oh.
He was the director of that. He was the director of The Orphan.
Oh, The Orphan, yes.
Black Adam could be very, very freaky.
Now, we've seen this before with...
what's his name? Who did Aquaman?
James Wan.
James Wan. Who did Annabelle, if I'm correct?
Yeah, he did one of those, yeah.
I think I'm correct.
But Jurassic World did this as well. Fallen Kingdom was done by a horror director as well.
Yep.
Now, these horror directors are coming in to do
the big movies. Budget.
But like I said, I think James Wan's a perfect example because you're going to get really good visual effects with Black Adam. Yeah. You have to. It's whole power base.
Bring in Henry.
Now, we've also had that rumor of we're going to see Black Adam meet the JLA from then versus now.
The JSA.
JSA, sorry. So obviously, JLA?
That's Justice League of America.
It is, yeah.
We're going to see the Justice Society of America, who we are seeing on Stargirl.
Now,
bits of.
Noah Centino, I didn't say who he was cast as. Adam Smasher.
Adam Smasher.
So we had these rumors a while ago, and Adam Smasher was one of the. We covered this, I think, episode 2.
Yeah, yeah. Someone leaked it.
It's looking like that's on the money.
Yeah.
So look, listen back to that if you want, or we'll recap it later as you get more information. But as we're getting casting news, I think it's amazing they're still moving forward with production on this because obviously they can't film still.
But they're just getting the pieces ready to go, which is cool. Why not?
How locked down is Egypt is what I want to know.
Wow.
Fly there and film it, guys. Come on. Or, Queensland, please. Just do it.
Now, he was one of the members of the Justice Society.
Adam Smasher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that...
Yeah, that was the idea. So he was going to be like the recent...
Just bring in Dr. Fate.
It's going to be...
Because even on Stargirl, we haven't seen him yet. No one's put the helm on. And it's really annoying me because you've gone through nearly every character. They've even done the mentions to the Lantern. Like she was carrying the Lantern.
Alan Scott?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were carrying the Lantern around in a bag. And he's like, Luke... What's his name? Luke... is it Luke or Patrick?
I don't know where you're going.
The guy in Stargirl. Stripesy.
John McCall?
No, that's Starman. He's Offsider. Oh my God. Owen Wilson's brother.
Luke Wilson.
That one. There we go. I had Luke. I don't know where I got Patrick from, but yeah.
Patrick Wilson.
He said he did a little drop that the lantern doesn't work without the ring.
Yeah.
So obviously the ring's going to come.
The ring's somewhere.
At some point. But we've seen the Helm of Naboo, but no one's put it on.
It's because they'd lose their absolute mind if they did.
Well, that's what I'm worried about. And I said this to my wife that...
Are you watching it with your wife?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
I said that she's gone and given... Now, this is a little thing on Stargirl. She's gone and given stuff and recruited her own team. I am going to absolutely lose my mind and hate it if she goes and gives that helm to someone because she is destroying their life.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like that's not
like here's a weapon.
It's not a power that you want.
No.
You don't want to see the fate of everything. That's not something that you want.
Yeah, look, it does depend how they do it. If they go the Smallville way, it's going to absolutely scramble this person's mind.
And that's what it does.
Yeah. In the comics, it's a little different, especially when it's tied more to Black Adam.
But it's more a curse.
Yeah.
Than it is a gift.
You're picking up almost a second personality.
Yeah.
And having it crammed into your own head.
Yeah, and just gone. Blah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're looking forward. Hopefully, we do get him.
Oh yeah, definitely hope so.
Because we're getting Atom Smasher, and
look,
I know
like
one of the ones, Dr.
yeah.
Fate was one of the ones dropped as well. So
yeah, as well as the original JSA.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, we're going to start seeing casting noise. We're looking forward to it. Oh man, what else do you have in the news?
Well, sticking with DC,
we've got Air. Absolutely owning Joker fans.
Yeah.
So people are asking about this scene in Suicide Squad where Deadshot turns to...
In the words of Joker, people are losing their minds.
Yeah. So Deadshot is looking at Harley. Harley says, what are you looking at? Do I have a hickey? And people are saying, wait, is she saying do I have a hickey because she's hooked up with the Joker at some point because the Joker hasn't been there? Has she hooked up with Deadshot? No, she can't hook up with Deadshot. She's Joker's girl and everyone's lost their mind over it.
Yeah.
Now,
they've hooked up before.
That's Joker fans. And this is what Ayers said. He goes, they've hooked up in the comics.
Yes. Not only that, they hooked up on Assault on Arkham.
Yeah. This is...
the cartoon. It's like...
guys, this is canon. Harley doesn't only hook up with the Joker.
No, she hooks up with Deadshot. She hooks up with Poison Ivy.
Poison Ivy is the big one.
And that's happened in the TV show.
Look, guys, I'm
sorry.
Awesome. I need Poison Ivy to get a proper treatment. She's getting it in the cartoon right now.
She gets a very good... She's very good.
And the actress who's voicing her is incredible. Yeah. But no, she needs to be... Uma Thurman can't be the only iteration of Poison Ivy we've got live action because as great as she was just there to choose scenery like all those bad guys were.
Yeah.
We need a real one.
We all know Arnold stole the show.
He did. He did. He was amazing. Look, before we leave movie news, I just want to jump on and say congratulations to Extraction, which we reviewed a couple of weeks ago.
Yes.
However long ago. Still sitting at #1 spot for a Netflix movie.
That's pretty good.
What's at number 2?
Bird Box.
And it is 10 million ahead of that.
Yeah. 10 million. That's a lot.
Now, Chris Hemsworth the one to come out and said, congratulations to Extraction for sitting up there still, blah, blah, blah. The Russos replied to him. I think it was Anthony Russo replied, saying, this is amazing. We're going to top it.
With the second one?
Yeah.
Is Hemsworth coming back? Do we know?
I don't know. I hope so.
Because he's going to be quite large in it. In the next one if they film another one because he's going for Hulk Hogan.
This is the thing. We're trying to find... we spent too long looking at shirtless pics of Chris Hemsworth earlier before doing this. Cause
it's not the chest that he needs either. It's the arms.
The pythons.
Hollywood Hulk Hogan had massive arms.
So his next project is obviously playing Hulk Hogan. He's trying to get in shape for that. And his trainer's coming out and saying how they're trying to put on more size.
He's going to be the biggest you have ever seen him.
Look, Hemsworth wasn't small.
Roids.
Has to be, sure.
It has to be. It's the Marvel roids, the Mickey Mouse roids. It's got to be.
No, now, this is something that I do know because his trainer was actually someone who would talk to people before he got too big. That makes sense?
Yep.
So you were able to shoot him questions. And he was very candid about Hemsworth's training early on. And the thing he said is that
there are growth hormones in there. There has to be.
The thing he said about him is that he is blessed genetically.
Yeah.
Right? And the funny thing about this is that he said early on, he'd say it early on, he goes, you cannot get the results that Hemsworth getting without being Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah.
He's like, this guy literally walks past a weights rack and gains muscle.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
this
it was
is genetics 101. Now, the amazing thing about this is that he doesn't say this stuff anymore. And that is because he has been hired by Chris Hemsworth as his personal trainer and works for him on his app, his fitness app, which is all about get in shape like Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah.
Right? But 7 years ago, he was out there saying, you cannot get in shape like Chris Hemsworth unless you are Chris Hemsworth.
talking about the whole supplements,
Oh yeah,
Henry Cavill didn't take any for Supes.
I believe that. That
He said it
would.
would. He said it would
still
be a
huge.
dishonor to Superman to cheat to get to that size.
I sent you a video of him today. Did you watch that? Of him
Building
a
PC.
PC.
Yeah,
How can his arms move that close? They are huge.
it just shows he's a wicked nerd.
Oh yeah, building his own gaming PC.
But on that, the interview with him and Patrick Stewart.
Yeah, where Patrick Stewart's asked, "Am I good enough man to be Superman?"
Yeah, and he said that he changes things in his everyday life because he reflects on, would Superman do that? Would Superman do that? And if the answer is no, change it. Because he said that it's all for the kids. Like, kids might look at him and they don't see Geralt. They don't see Mission Impossible. They see Superman.
Yeah.
So he has to be Superman all the time.
And
why not?
This is the exact same, and it's funny because they're very similar in where they sit. But this is the exact same thing that Chris Hemsworth said in the past.
Yeah.
You know, that he is putting himself onto a pedestal.
Yep.
By playing Captain America, to the point where
Chris
in real
Evans.
life, Chris Evans, sorry,
Yeah.
in real life, he's not doing things that he would
It's
usually do.
It's
out
that
of-
Boy Scout mentality. You have
It
to
is.
be a good guy.
And look, now that all he's doing is
And if you're
calling out-
finding yourself doing stuff that either that Cap or Supes wouldn't do, is it right?
Mm.
Should you be doing that?
Look,
And
I
the answer
think-
is probably no.
yeah. I mean, yes and no. Sometimes they're too good.
You don't need to be an asshole.
Yeah, but this is one of the best things about Civil War. It's that, especially that movie, it was shot from a perspective where if you wanted to, you could side with either side
Yeah.
and feel justified in what you're doing. No character there was the bad guy,
Yeah.
you know?
Bucky was.
Was he?
Yeah, he killed Tony's parents. He's a bad guy. 100% bad guy.
Yeah, but he was brainwashed.
Yeah, he's a bad guy. He still did the deed.
No, I don't think that counts.
He still did the deed.
You're brainwashed
You
to
go
do
to
something.
jail for murder.
Yeah, no. But that's the thing. Cap didn't tell Tony about his parents.
Actually, I'm going to put it out there. Falcon's a bad guy. He shouldn't have moved. He should have got hit by Vision, and then Rhodey wouldn't have got hit. Falcon is the bad guy
How
of
dare
that
he
movie.
save himself?
How dare he?
he
Should-
save himself?
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Broke a spine. That's
Oh,
why Tony
man.
blasted him.
Yeah. Look, how great was that scene in Endgame where that could be any scene I'm referring
I was
to.
just going to say,
But-
yeah, good one.
No, where Nebula and it was the most. You don't go to Endgame to watch Nebula and War Machine, Rhodey talking, but they're in there and she uses her hand to just reach in and grab through the force field and burns away his skin,
Yeah.
and it's all mechanical underneath.
Yep.
And then she becomes really self-conscious and says, "I wasn't always like this."
Yeah.
And then he looks down at himself because he's only able to walk because of machinery,
Yeah.
and says, "Yeah, neither was I."
Yeah.
Like this moment where these two characters connect that you would never in a million years put together.
You wouldn't even think about it.
No.
It's not something that you would think.
But
hang on,
obviously they've formed a kind of closeness because she was
she's a robot, he's a robot.
but internally paranoid and self-conscious in front of him.
Yep.
Whereas she doesn't care usually.
No.
It's Nebula. And then you think about later on or earlier on where it was earlier, where she's talking to Rhodey. And she lands and she's like, "Rhodey, please be advised, there's an idiot in the landing zone."
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah.
that's a relationship that you don't see fleshed out, but obviously they've got something going on there.
Yeah.
I'm not saying deeply they're in love or whatever, but they're respecting each other.
Yeah.
Anyway, I could talk all day about how great the Avengers
We
is
know.
written.
I'm
Man,
going to
look,
get one thing in.
we're smashing through this.
One thing in before we
do
leave
it,
movies.
Do it.
Stallone.
Stallone could come back as Rambo. Please don't.
I'm going to say please do because have you seen the latest Rambo? The answer's no.
No.
You haven't seen the latest
I've
Rambo.
seen trailers with a crossbow. Am I landing on something here?
All I'm going to say is watch the latest Rambo, then say no.
Yeah.
Because it was First Blood, skip the rest, Last Blood.
Wow.
It was that good.
But isn't it over? This is what I mean. Like,
Well, no, I was hoping Last Blood was going to be the title for, and I was hoping he was going to die.
yeah.
I was really hoping that he was going to die saving someone and that was going to be it.
You're like, just finish it.
Well, not even just finish it. I wanted the character to go out
Like closure.
guns blazing and
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
it. Like
yeah.
let it go. But he didn't. And I could see them making another one. And I want them to make another one as gruesome as this one was.
But so are we saying we want a we want Logan Rambo.
That's what I was hoping Last Blood was. Now they did, what was it? First Blood Part 1, First Blood Part 2. Do a Last Blood Part 1, Last Blood Part 2.
So go back and rename Last Blood Part 1.
We don't have to rename it. Just do make the next one Part 2.
Yeah.
And then end it. That's it.
Yeah.
That would be a cool, fitting way to end that character. And he has to die. He has to.
He's dodged too many bullets.
He can't get away with what he's done,
Yeah.
good or bad, and still be alive at the end of it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like I thought in Last Blood, in the trailer, because you see him and he's got holes through him, I thought that he's going to die.
Well, it's like Extraction when Rake's walking on the bridge and you're like, oh, you're done.
Yeah.
You're bleeding out your mouth.
He should be dead.
Blood should not be coming out
Let's
your
be
mouth.
real.
The water he landed into should have been enough to kill him.
He's dead.
If you're
you're over.
perfectly healthy and you go swimming in the River Ganges, you're going to die.
You're going to die. Like 100%. You are dead. If
That's
you're
without having any surface wounds or...
If you're a Westerner in that river, you are dead. Like gone.
Yeah, if you haven't been washing your clothes in that river for your entire life.
Because there are dead people in that river.
There's horrible things in that river.
Oh
yeah,
my God.
no.
But yeah, I'm for it.
All right.
After watching Last Blood,
I'm going to have to watch Last Blood.
It is awesome. And just, you will cry.
I think
You will cry in the movie. I guarantee
I'm
it.
going to have to do Arrested Development on this. I think I have to watch them all
Mate,
to get to Last Blood.
My wife won't watch Last Blood again.
I don't have enough...
She loved it and will not watch it again because of the...
I don't have enough
emotion.
memory of... I know First Blood, but I don't have enough memory of First Blood Part 2.
I think that was the desert one.
I'm trying to remember. I've got him
I
with
think it's
people
Rambo
coming to
3
him
that was
saying,
I think Rambo 3 was Thailand.
"You'll die if you go up the river." I've got that in my head.
No,
First Blood,
that's
isn't it?
that's Rambo 4.
Is it? Oh God, I'm all over the place.
That's where he's a boat driver in Thailand.
That's right. Yeah.
Mercenaries.
Okay, I've
Not
got
the
that one in my
mercenaries,
head.
The
Missionaries.
the Bible people.
Yeah, missionaries trying to go up and bring
he's
God.
like, "Don't go up, you're gonna die."
Yeah.
And like, no, we're gonna go up. And he's like, "Okay, I'll take you, whatever."
No. It's because that woman comes.
Yeah, she tells him, sorts him out, and
Yeah.
okay, whatever. And then he's got to take the mercenaries up river, and they all get pinned down, and he just rocks up with his bow and just bam, bam. And they're like, "Who is this guy?"
Yeah.
And then he ends up pinning one of them up against the wall with a knife, and they all go, "Oh no!" But then one of my greatest guns is in that movie. You get to see a 50 cal sniper just blowing people in half. It's like, this is great, great cinema.
Although wasn't that
And then Stallone was in the back of the truck on the 50 cal machine gun, just snapping people in half.
wasn't that the accountant?
Yeah,
He's
he had
like-
he had a Barrett 50 cal.
Yeah, he's like, have you ever heard the sound of a 50 cal round coming through a thing? A Mac round? He's like, no one has.
No,
That was amazing.
because you just
Oh,
you
man.
missed.
Look, let's just jump over to games to
All right,
finish.
games,
We don't have
let's
much
do it.
time left. Let's get on to this. PS5 loading screens. Why are they going and why is that a bad thing?
I didn't really know much about this. It was sort of just something that I threw in the chat just to be something for game wise, but I don't see why it's a bad thing at all. Like, you should have, I don't know. It's just odd.
Yeah. No, so people are out there complaining about it, saying that, no, this is going to be terrible that there's no loading screens.
Because of the SSD they got now.
Does it make it run?
the solid state drive.
I don't mind waiting for things to load though.
It's just, I don't know. I'm even looking in this article and it just says ultimate no loading screens is a good thing. I mean,
Yeah.
it's sort of just people whinging about something for the sake of whinging about something.
Look, this is the same thing that we
no
get.
loading screens is a great
I just
thing.
want to say this, like, we're sitting here, I'm a massive Marvel fan, you're a massive DC fan, but I think we respect the other side of the fence.
Yes.
You know, it's not a case of, I love Marvel, screw everything DC, they're awful.
Yes.
You know, I want DC to do well because I love comic book movies. I love comic books and I want them to do well.
Yes.
Now, you get into this world with PS5 versus Xbox. With
You've always had that. You've always had
Sony
that
versus Xbox. But this is what I mean. This is the same kind of faction where if you love games, just be happy that a new system is coming out and you
I've already said I will have both.
You know,
I will get both. It's inevitable.
But this
My wife's
is
trying
where,
to tell me I won't have both, but I will have both. I will.
But this is where you get like the factions just creating news because they're getting angry at each other about stuff that, oh, well, mine has this, yours has this. Look, it's like Apple versus Samsung. You have one, you have the other. Who cares? As long as you're happy with what you've got. Why does anyone else have to bother? Oh, man, look, I kind of tangented there.
But in saying that, like, you got guys like, and one of the other story, you got Joe Rogan.
Quitting games.
Who had to quit. Now,
Addicted.
that's what he said on the podcast. They've got a whole LAN room in the back of the studio where they do the podcast. He can't go back there.
Yeah.
He's like an alcoholic at a bar. He just gets lost.
But he said it became so unhealthy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look,
Like
you can do that, though. You can lose yourself in it.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not a massive gamer.
And he just
I'll come
doesn't
out and
play
say
anymore.
that, but I know that when I think I've got an addictive personality in that when I get into something, I'm like, oh, then I need to do this.
Yeah.
You know, like, all right, so, you know, obviously it's not the most manly thing in the world. I love playing Pokemon because of the nostalgia. I got the Switch.
Did you catch them all?
Well, you can't now, man, because there's like 800 something of
Got
them.
yourself a trainer.
Oh, man.
You are
Look,
not a good trainer.
I've said I would travel across the land searching far and wide, and it's just too far.
But would Ash Ketchum rate you as a good trainer?
I don't think Ash Ketchum was ever a good trainer.
He was just all over the shop.
I'm going to come out and say this, man. This guy never knew anything. Like, he was always like, oh, that's a surprise. What Pokemon is that? I want to be the greatest Pokemon. Why don't you know who that is?
But did he win? That's the question.
No,
Yes.
a lot of the time he didn't. Eventually he did.
That's right.
Eventually.
That's right.
By
Will you
sheer-
do you have that luck?
Yeah, there's this sheer dumb luck. It's like Batman. The writers have let him win one. Oh, man. Okay, that tangented. Sorry, Ash Ketchum, you do not stand anywhere in the peloton of Pokemon trainers.
You're a disgrace. To all Pokemon fans out there, you're a
I just want
disgrace.
to say, before we started this, we watched the trailer for the UFC 4 game. They did that horrible thing where I think they made themselves look bad.
Well, and that's the thing with this. If you hadn't have done the crossover live action and cartoon, it probably would have been okay. You would have been like, this looks awesome.
Yeah, this looks great.
But then when you put real footage and the not real footage together, it's still like, oh, you're still a bit far behind, guys.
Oh, the characters look a bit like Elephant Man
Yeah.
kind of faces. Like, oh man, like you can tell they've 3D scanned and they've tried, but oh, they've come out bad. They have come out awful. And look, I'm not really a fighting game kind of person. I've said that before, but
Well, you will be when it comes to Avengers.
that's not a fighting game.
Oh, it's fighting.
No, but
Have
it's
you seen Iron Man kicking ass in that?
Yeah, but it's first person point of view. You're going through. It's not like Mortal Kombat where all you're doing is what's the next opponent,
Fight.
you know?
Fight.
Finish him. Fatality.
Get over here.
Yeah, no. I remember I think PS2.
Scorpion was always the go-to.
Do you remember when they first let you draw weapons in PS2?
No, it was before that.
No, it could have been the first PlayStation actually, where it was Mortal Kombat 4, I don't know that much, where they let you
Wasn't that Nintendo?
kind of step back into the background to pick up a weapon. It was the first time you could interact with the background.
Yeah. I know where you're going. Yeah.
That was like mind-blowing.
Yeah.
I was like, this is incredible.
Well, it was the same with Injustice. How you could split I think Mortal Kombat might have done it as well. You go to different parts of the levels.
Yeah. There was
So
one where
you do a
you'd
special
be-
trick and you throw through the wall and then
or up
bang,
through
bang.
the subway
and,
onto the street and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Yeah. Oh, man.
That was so
good.
good. But the
Yeah.
reason I brought up Avengers,
Here we go.
we have beta release dates.
These are all over the place, man.
So if you've pre-ordered it,
I have pre-ordered it, but I don't understand how pre-order works. Tell me how.
if you've pre-ordered it, you will get access to the beta, which is a real small version of the game. So you might get the first mission.
Like the testing.
Well, that's what they do. They take you might end up finding bugs, or people might find bugs, and it'll be logged that you found that bug, and then they'll try and patch it before.
Will it count towards my actual progress? Because I don't want to start a game then have to replay it when it comes out.
Now, okay, some do, some betas do, some betas don't. But what they may do is, I don't remember if the Division. Now, I'm a massive Division fan. Now, the beta for that, I'm not sure if it kept where you were, or they just give you unlockable stuff for playing the beta.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So it gives you an incentive to play the beta, because you might get, let's say you might get an Iron Man armor that you would never have usually got.
I think the thing said that if you scroll a little bit down there, I think it's saying about a Cyclops skin or something.
Well, there you go.
So that's probably what it might be.
Yes, but we do have dates. And
It looks like it's in stages, right? So like a small batch, September.
yeah, you're getting
August
no,
7th,
it's August. August 7th is the PlayStation pre-order beta. So if you pre-ordered on PlayStation,
I
August
just
7th.
remind everyone, you know, August is in like 2 weeks.
Yes.
Crazy.
Yes.
Yeah.
August
Get you a birthday
14th.
present.
August 14th. My birthday. Xbox and PC players pre-order. So I might have to go and pre-order this so I get the beta.
Mm.
And then August 21st, open beta.
But the pre-orders came with a bunch of skins and stuff as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But not all of them. I don't think all of them did. I think you could just pre-order the game. Oh, you might get a pre-order bonus. Yeah, because otherwise, why would you pre-order? There'd be no point.
Yeah. I don't know. I got mine to EB games.
So August 7th, PlayStation. August 14th, Xbox and PC. August 21st, everyone
Keen.
for the open beta.
So that's open beta. But then the actual game, when's that? Like,
I don't know. No, I got no idea. I'm flicking through, but
yeah.
I can't see. Hang on.
September sometime, I'm pretty sure.
Is scheduled for release September 4th.
4th.
So
That's
yeah,
not
you're
bad.
getting about 2 weeks before, and that's usually what it is. It usually is about 2 weeks before. Well, no, the open beta is the 21st. So what's that? Yeah, that's
It's a
2
week.
weeks.
Yeah.
A week and a bit.
I'm happy to wait.
Well, you're not going to do the beta? You're going to preload the beta?
Not if it doesn't count towards what I'm doing. I don't want to have to replay something. I'll get
Well,
bored.
You might miss out on an armor or something.
I might. I'm happy with that.
I'd play it.
Yeah.
Just play it. Just load it up. Who cares? Just do it.
I
What do you
could,
got to lose?
I could be watching Community again in that time.
Boring. Get the beta, play it, so that way when you have to do it again, you'll just go and smash through it, and you might catch stuff that you missed the first
All
time.
right. Well, I guess if I do play the beta, I'll also talk about it on here, right?
Well, yeah.
Yep. I'll
Yeah,
run you
do
through
it.
the beta, guys. Look, I reckon, guys, that's probably everything we're going to cover today because we've gone over our time lot. Sorry, Russ. Sorry, everyone who listens to this live. We have pushed through. Look, if you got the podcast, you've enjoyed an extra couple of minutes. We got 16 extra minutes.
16.
Look at that.
We'll just go. Just smashing through it.
Keep going. We had so much news today. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Yeah, cheers, guys.
Always good. And we'll catch you again next week.
Bye.